Why is all the fruit at the top of the tree? And how do you get it to grow so you can reach it? Hi, I'm Corey Spellman Lopez, Education and Outreach Coordinator with the Philadelphia Orchard Project, a nonprofit that partners with a wide range of groups across Philadelphia to plant and maintain beautiful community green spaces. We provide ongoing training and support to maximize food production, ecological value, and educational impact. If you're looking to learn more about ecological orchard care, then be sure to keep tuning in for more videos like this one. Today I'm going to discuss the natural growth habit of fruit trees and then introduce some common tree forms that we prune and train our fruit trees to. When a tree is young or a branch is young, it has strong vegetative growth and it just goes straight towards the sun. As it matures and with the weight of the wood and the weight of the fruit, the branch naturally is weighed down to more of a horizontal growth, and that's hormonally triggers more fruiting. Once the tree is mature and has a full canopy, if it was unaided, not trained, not pruned, it's just going to have fruit on the periphery of the tree. And as you go down into the tree, the fruit's going to get smaller. It's going to have less flavor, less color, less nutrition because it takes a lot of sunlight to make good fruit. So we need to create those alleyways of lights, those shafts of light into the center of the tree so we have fruit all over the tree and not just on top. So when a tree is young, you want it to grow up and out and into the light, and you want to do that as quickly as possible. And you need to make sure that there's good spacing both horizontally and vertically between the branches. And then as it matures, you want to make sure you're getting that infiltration of light down into the core. And so that's why we have tree forms. There are many different tree forms, but we use 3 different types. So first we have the open center. We use the open center tree form for peaches, Asian plums, pie cherries, and apricots. You could think of it as a cone or a vase. It should be a wide circular top and then narrow down at the base. So to do it, we have 2 or 3 feet of trunk, and then it opens up. We have branches, or we can call them scaffolds, coming up off of that trunk at a 45 to 60 degree angle. And the angle that a branch comes off the trunk is called a crotch angle. And we want it to be 45 to 60 degrees because structurally that is the strongest. And when that tree gets heavy with the weight of its own wood and of fruit, we need it to be really strong, or otherwise we risk it snapping. So the second tree form is the central leader. We use this for apples, pears, and European plums. You could think of it as an upside down cone, narrow at top and wide at the bottom. So it's made up of a central leader or a central trunk with several tiers of branches evenly spaced across that central leader. It should be a couple feet up off the ground. You want to have your first whirl of branches, your first scaffolds, 3 or 5 of them, of equal vigor and equal spacing around the tree. And then you want to have a 2 or 3 foot skip on the tree, just no branches. And then you want to have another tier or whirl of those scaffolds. Equal vigor, equal spacing. So then the third tree form is a modified central leader. We also use it for apples, pears, sweet cherries, and persimmons. It's basically the same thing as a central leader, but once it reaches the height you're going for, we cut off that central leader, the top of it, and it grows out in response to that in a bowl. So you kind of have central leader with open center on top. Trees naturally have different growth habits. The European pear has a natural upright growth habit, and so we like to pair it with the central leader tree form, which is also very upright. Whereas peach trees have more of a sprawling growth habit, and we like to pair that with the open center tree form. The natural growth habit of trees vary, but in general, all pome and stone fruit trees unaided will only produce viable fruit on the periphery of the tree. So we grow our trees to articulated geometric tree forms, the open center, the central leader, and the modified central leader, so we can bring sunlight and fruit production throughout the whole tree. To continue learning ecological orchard care best practices, check out the rest of our video series on pruning fruit trees.